Hey everyone, this is Deepak Patel. Hope you're doing well. And in this video, I want to talk about a myth that I've heard from many advisors in my conversation. And I have a lot of discussions with financial advisors and insurance agent because my practice and my focus is helping financial advisors and insurance agent get clients using online strategies, new way of selling, new way of marketing. And one myth that I've seen and I've come across many times, and this actually happens, and it has come from like new advisors, but then it has come from veteran advisors. And I'm talking people who have been seasoned advisors, who have been in the practice. Some of them actually have large practices. One of the guys that I was talking to, they have a big practice and $1 billion, asset under management practice. So what I'm telling you and what I'm hearing is from a range of advisors. So what the myth basically is, Facebook has poor quality people. They don't have the people we want as client. And this often is a myth for big firms. And they think that, well, we need high net worth people with a lot of money, and Facebook is a bad platform to find them. And one person said, well, Facebook has garbage traffic. And that is what I wanted to talk about in this short video. And what you see on my screen below, if you can just see my finger, that is a view that Facebook presented in one of their conferences. And that's actually the live view of Facebook traffic globally. And I'm not sure if I can zoom in. Let me see if I can zoom in the camera. No, I can't. Okay, forget that. So that's actually the live view. If you see here, it shows how people have been using Facebook globally. And at this point, I believe there are about 2.5 or 2.6 billion users on Facebook, and there's more than 1 billion active users, every single month or so. So statistics are pretty big. You can Google yourself. And let me tell you one simple thing, that everybody's on Facebook. Most people are on Facebook. Of course, there's part of the world that is not on Facebook, but they will get them eventually. But the biggest myth that people have is that LinkedIn has good quality prospects and people, and Facebook has bad quality people. Well, let me clarify this for you. That is not the case. LinkedIn is a different strategy. You can find great people. It's a great strategy, and we teach that in our program, and I personally use it, and that's good. Facebook is again bigger than LinkedIn, and the strategy on Facebook changes a little bit, but man, you can find some really good quality people on Facebook. So you can find a $10 million asset guy if you want. You can probably find $50 million asset guy if you want. Because, think about it. Do you use Facebook? And you might say, well, I don't use Facebook. That's fine. Then you are one of the few people that does not. But majority of the people do use Facebook. So the way you want to think about it is that LinkedIn and Facebook are platforms that are used. Okay, so stop seeing it like people are not using it, okay? Because that is wrong information. I'm telling you right now. So after this video, get that off your head that people are not using Facebook, okay? Number one, people are using Facebook. The right way to look at it is, people are using it. How can I find them? That is the real question you want to ask them. So people who tell me that Facebook has garbage traffic, when I ask them why they say that, well, most people are just saying it because they heard from somebody, which is typically how people think. Some people say it because they've tried Facebook, but the lead quality wasn't good, and they had a marketing agency and that didn't deliver on their promises, and so on and so forth, right? So there is some real fact and data, but that doesn't mean that Facebook doesn't work. It means what you tried, that didn't work, right? If you objectively think about it, and you have to have this call clear thinking, right? You have to think clearly about problems. You can't just put myth all over it, and then if you do that, then you make wrong decision. So basically Facebook has people. The question is, how can you attract people on Facebook? That's the right questions. What is the process to attracting people? What is the message to attract people? And if you think about that, and if you can find a right message to attract people, then you are going to find some really good clients through Facebook. And the funny thing is, and this is the funny part, people who come on the phone call, and when they tell me this, the very first question I ask them is, How did you find me? And of course, I know everything in my system. I know they came through Facebook because my system tracks, who came from where, because I exactly know where my traffic is coming from, where my meetings are coming from, right? We got all the big data and tools available today to do that, but I still ask them. And most people tell me, yeah, I found you on Facebook. So I said, okay, you found me on Facebook and we are having this business meeting and you're telling me that it doesn't work. And some of these people who come, they are high net worth people. Like I am a high net worth individual. I have my investing firm and I've been investing for a long time. So I have high net worth asset. And the person who on the call with me, he also have a high net worth asset. So here are two people talking and one thinks that it doesn't work. It's just madness, right? It's because we don't think clearly. So you want to think about the message that you have. You want to think about exactly how are you going to attract your prospect, because there are enough. And the other side of it, and this is another thing you want to understand, when I ask them how many clients you need, oftentimes many advisory firms and advisors will be very, very happy with a handful of clients, which is like 100, 150 good clients. If you can get people like $1 million client and 100 clients with $100 million practice, they're pretty happy. Which means you just need 100 to 200 people. And here's a world with 2.5 billion people. Obviously, in your neighborhood, there are tens of thousands of people, maybe millions, and you just need 100. So come on, guys, like math. 100 people from an ocean. It's a drop from the ocean, and you're blaming the damn ocean. It makes no sense. So that myth is a wrong myth. So get that out of your head after this video. And now do real thinking. Who is my client? What problems they're having? What can I tell them? So here's the example of a campaign that we ran for a firm who had the same belief, and they wanted a minimum $2 million investable client. And they didn't believe that those people existed on Facebook. We ran the campaign in 3 to 4 months. We had about 313 leads. 69% of them said they have over $2 million. And they spoke with over 10 people, and yeah, they had more than $2 million. So we know it works. And here's a process to attract people on Facebook. You need to speak to them. You can't say, well, I am a big advisory firm working with high net worth individual. Please come talk to me. Facebook is not a platform to do anything. In fact, I don't think any advertising platform in today's world can take that kind of messaging, because people don't like that messaging. That is a very direct sales message. So Facebook is a storytelling and story selling platform. So you want to speak to the person, and here's how we did the campaign. And this was a very successful campaign. And the message basically was, if you are a highly successful individual nearing retirement in the next 3 to 5 years, then here are the top 3 questions that you probably have in your mind, because your retirement is very, very different from everybody else's retirement. As a high net worth individual in this country, you need to understand 3 things. Number 1, the emotional side of retirement, the tax implications in retirement, things like that, right? So you got to put what you have seen as a problem as a thing, but you want to catch their attention by saying something like that. Now, when you say that, and if you're educating people in the ad, then you're going to generate the lead. And this is how you fish in that ocean, if you will. So again, I want to end this video because I don't want to be too long a video, but I hope you found this useful. Again, the message to take away from this is that thing over there with my finger pointing is a big ocean, big opportunity. And this is where I see financial advisors are going to crush it. That platform is here to stay, and it can attract some great clients. It's one of the key platform in my business right now. And right now, this is what is going to really scale our business. And we are going to help more and more advisors globally. Like that's my target, global earth, if you will. And you want to think big as well. And that platform will give you some really high quality clients. So again, I hope you found this useful. And if you have any questions, reach back out to me. Again, thanks a lot for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Be safe and take it easy. Bye.